giving racing room. The drama could not be any greater right now. Jesse Love goes into turn one. They touch. There goes Sammy Smith.
Wow! We thought the battle was between the 44 and the 20. Sammy Smith able to sneak on the inside and take the lead away from Jesse Love.
1 lap to go. Sammy Smith now has that bonus point.
Look at him sawing at that wheel. He is racing for the win. He is also racing for the title, the owner's title for Kyle Busch Motorsports with just 1 lap to go. And Sammy Smith wins the race. Holy Toledo! Kyle Busch Motorsports is the winner for the owner's title in the ARCA Menards Series. And we talk about racing making dreams come true as you see the 20 and the 18. The 18 doing the burnout there because he just won the owner's title. Jesse Love did everything right. It was those closing laps. Grant Enfinger able to get by. Wow. Smoke everywhere as Sammy Smith does the burnout for winning the race and the owner's title. That's got to be hard for Jesse Love to take right there.
I think Jesse might have thought he won the race the way he was coming down to maybe do some burnouts.
What happened and what transpired?
2 to go into turn 1. The white car is Jesse Love on the inside. Grant Enfinger's trying to race him, and the 18 of Sammy Smith nudged the number 20 rear bumper of Jesse Love, and Jesse was not happy with that move that Sammy Smith put on him.
So Sammy Smith had been doing burnouts, winning the race. Jesse Love goes over to the window net. He actually takes the window net down. Wow, has to get pulled back.
Jesse, I got the impression you were visibly unimpressed with what was happening on those final few laps there.
Yeah, well, I've won 10 races this year, makes it a little bit easier to swallow now, but well, 15. But no, I mean, that was my ego boost back to reality there. But no, obviously, yeah, like I said, just like what I learned last year is yeah, like obviously I was upset with how Sammy raced me, and even like, you know, a little bit of kind of behind the scenes stuff that not everybody gets to know. But like even after Berlin, I was like upset myself about how I talked about you know, William and his team. When in reality, like honestly, I screwed up at Berlin and I screwed up at Toledo and left the door open for them to make a desperate move like that when we're the car to beat. So I've done a lot of maturing over the last, you know, few months on kind of just taking responsibility for races like that. And I think now that I've, you know, won those races and kind of got redemption in that sense, I'm a lot more confident in the fact that I can take responsibility and not blame it on other people, right? Like it's very easy for you know, 17-year-old me or 16-year-old me or whatever to go and be pissed off at Sammy for bumping me out of the way at Toledo. And really, I mean, he's trying to win the race for all of his guys the same way I'd want to win the race for my guys. And I would have done the same thing to him to go win for Billy and Shannon and all my guys over there. And this year, the same thing, you know, is on the table. So yeah, I think that, like I said, I already talked about kind of how the race transpired to get the 18, who I thought was probably a third place car that day, to kind of get him into the equation and let him make a move like that. And then after the fact, my actions afterwards, I think that I've done a lot of growing where I wouldn't go over there and have an altercation like I would now. I think if I have my mindset now that I do then, I'm more upset with myself than I am with Sammy, right? So and me and Sammy we've talked about it since then, and I told him, I was like, you know, like looking back at it now that I've done some reflecting and growing and have enough confidence to not blame other people when I make a mistake, that I did the same thing as him if I'm in his shoes. And I think it's helped me be a lot better of a race car driver this year, with like the maturity that I think I've grown up with on when I make a mistake. You know, I think the turning point was probably after Berlin. Like when I make a mistake, don't go and blame other people, but learn from it, right? Like if I redo Berlin, I win Berlin too. If I redo Toledo last year, I win Toledo last year as well. And I think I've gotten to that point because I've started to put a lot more responsibility on myself, right? And get to a point where make it to where all the stuff that happens in my life, like try to take responsibility for it. And I think that's, you know, helped me be a lot better race car driver and execute and like close out races a lot better.